Okay, top of the afternoon. Another beautiful day in Southern California. Today we're going to be working on assembling one of these T cases. Their part number right here. We are authorized dealer for SPEEDFACTOry, and they went ahead and made sure we were up to date with everything. So here we are going to assemble this one, I'm sure, and see if we can get this assembled or not. These are made of full billet aluminum. Has the window case there as well, the door, which makes getting this stuff pressed in so much easier than just for say like the Drag Cartel one. This is one that I assembled. What I'd like about the SPEEDFACTOry one over that is it has the back window access door, and that allows to press in stuff so much easier than dealing with this. This is still doable, but yeah. Also, as you guys know, we do a lot of CNC work. So I'm pretty stoked on the quality of the machining. So the X and Y paths are super tight. They're using some nice bits to get this super tight, versus, you know, I like these though, man. I'm not gonna say anything about them. Just comparing the two. I like both of them. Obviously, I am a vendor for SPEEDFACTOry, so we do a lot more SPEEDFACTOry stuff. But this one was on my card without an issue. So definitely don't have a problem with these in any way, shape, or form. But that window is definitely a plus for sure. Getting that in together. So with all that said, let's go ahead and pull this bad boy apart, get the table set up, and then I got a couple other things on the table for the wagon diff that I'm doing, and then my CRV diff. So we'll try to make room and make this possible. Okay, so unstaking the nut is important. That's first things first, first step. And unstaking the nut versus just putting a driver to it, obviously you'll just ruin the threads. So let's not do that. These PEP cases are really hard to get. So let's try not to do that. So let's unstake that first, then we can bust that loose. Okay, so under there, we have the rubber seal, and so you could just take a flathead screwdriver, go right here, and it'll just come right off without doing any damage. Pop it off a little bit so you can get the seal off. Let's not force the seal with it. And there's the seal. So it goes seal, plastic retainer, crush washer, which is concaved. So this would be the top, and then the nut. Then you take this bad boy off, and then has a seal, which SPEEDFACTOry actually provides you with a new one. Okay, right now we're going to bust these 12s loose, and then these 10s for the window case. That's just in case we have to pull the races out and stuff. We're gonna see how the bearing conditions are on this one, and then see about reusing them if so. Usually these bearings just don't go bad, so unless you ruined it or something, it's really hard for them to go bad. But that, and they're really hard to get, so they're on back order. You can do like a resource and get some off brands, but God, you're probably better off using the ones Honda put in there. Okay, so here there's two pry points here, and there's one under here, and then there's another one there. So if you just pry that like so, and then get your screwdriver. I like to get a bigger one once I get it pried open, and just work it. You don't have to abuse it. You don't gotta beat it up. It doesn't matter because we're not using it anymore, but still, if you can use it later on, you never know. So let's get that apart. First, I gotta unstake this nut. Really help if I had my table, but there's so much stuff on there from the 3 different diffs. And I was like, I do not want to move this and then lose something. I'd be sad. Okay, that's that. And this one is not a 32. That's right, this one's a 30. And also, if I'm not mistaken, this is backwards. So let's find out. Yep. So this is righty loosey, lefty tighty. And then we have nut. So we'll keep our nuts there. That's normally how I'll be doing it on the table. So the only downfall to this, I have plenty of clean surface, just I'm doing it on the floor. So kind of, I guess, working out my knees, shall I say. Okay. Come on, baby. I'm trying to pull this washer off of here. The grease has it. That back on there so I can show you guys. So under that nut, we have another crush washer, which is concaved as well. So that'll go there. And then that goes on top here of a bearing, which, like I mentioned, these things are mint condition. There is no point to changing these. We'll clean them up, but this thing never saw any abuse. And then in here, you have just a regular spacer, which doesn't do anything as far as that. It's just really for shimming purposes. You have your collar, okay? So this collar, and then that's pretty much it. Now I gotta pull this bearing out. There it goes. Okay. So here's your gear that goes inside of the transmission, which is, man, this thing is like almost brand new. So this is gonna be pretty good to use as an assembly one. I was already thinking about, then you have your bearing. I was already thinking about, man, do I just order new bearings or not? But I really don't think we need to, man. These are just in really good shape. Okay, then you have your crush, your bearing, and then your gear that turns, this gear that turns that shaft. So now in here you got to pull this seal out because you have another bearing that's inside of here that needs to come out. There it goes. Okay, so seals out, trash, and your other bearing, which should have had a, oh, it's underneath. Okay, so yeah, that's good. That goes back up on top like so. So, two things that we do, we'll get to that in just a second. Hold on. First things first, I gotta pop these races out of here. So let me do that on the press, and then okay. So we got one race out. Let's see if we can get a, hold on. Hold up. All right. Go ahead and put some shoes on. Number one, before I drop something on these things. And I mean, now that we have the garage open, look at the machining in this thing. This is clean. Super clean. All the way around. Spectacular job, guys. It's almost, so we have a 3D scanner, and this is almost like it's just 3D scanned, but just bulkier. Like everything is to a T, down to the notches inside of here for the bearing get out access and the oil to come through, down to the hole, the extra holes here that are, I think, used to help, like, I don't know what they're really for, honestly, because I don't see the purpose of them. But yeah, let's get this thing together. All right, so right now I got the races pressed out of this one, getting ready to press these ones back in. So got my little jig set up here. Take this over to the press, get that pressed in, and then we'll show you guys back assembly. Okay, so got all the races in. So we'll take this here. Thank God for that window. Got that in there nice and easy. So that's good. First things first, we'll put this back on. Nope, nope. Can't do that. That's wrong. That's the wrong way. First things first is this bad boy has to go in. And then I'll just go ahead and throw this on there for now to hold it. Okay. And then this bad boy will go right on down. I need to get this bad boy on there first. Okay. Hold on a second. Let's give it a couple love taps, and then we'll be in there like Flynn. Put our collar on, our spacer. This bad boy. Our crush washer. Our nut, reverse thread. And then okay. That nice and tight. We'll have to get this all on here permanently, though, to see how this spins, which seems like it spins pretty good. So the bearing's in there. We can go ahead and put our new seal in. And let's hit this with a little lube from the gloves real quick, because there should be enough on there. Let me find something to get over that. Okay, so before I get into measuring this thing and making sure everything's good, I do gotta get this on. I got me, it's the new seal. I got me the seal pusher. Harbor Freight has a little press kit. All this stuff comes in there, which makes life 10 times easier when putting seals in and stuff. should go on there pretty nice and tight. Okay, we got our rubber seal. Push down in there. Go on ahead and get up in there. This part's a little tricky because you do got to get it inside of this groove, and a lot of people don't. That's why when I take these things apart, I always see the O-rings all twisted up, which you guys will see in the next video for the CRV diff. That thing was just whoever. I mean, I'm no professional, but there comes a point in time where you just say, you know what? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, let me get this bad boy on. I gotta get this tight to mark the gear to get the wear on it. So I thought I was gonna be able to do it without it, but it's been a while. This thing is just getting oily all over the freaking place. Okay. Gotta get this race out of this. Forgot how I did this. Let's make sure that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm liking that already. Get a couple of these in. Got the window access hole, so I think I can mark the gears there. I think this is actually my first one. I have one. I got one for my Civic. Armin's. It's at Armin's because Armin's building my trans, and this is my first one building. I built the Drag Cartel, like 4 of those. This is my first Speed Factory one, but I'm really like stoked on how easy this was. I mean, it's so OEM-like-ish that it made it too easy, you know what I mean? It just made it way too easy. So let me see, get all this tightened up real quick and then get back. Okay, so we have our access hole here. I am able to mark this gear, and then I could see the wear pattern on there to see if I need to shim up or back, take some off, but I really don't think so. This thing spins so good, man. I mean, I wish you guys could feel this. It feels like butter, and it's just so quiet. Listen. So let me see if let me get this marked up. I'll finish up my specs, but at least that shows you guys how to assemble it from beginning to the end. So it's not much to it but to do it, guys. You guys know the routine. Team DIY. Get your tools out, get YouTube out, and get it cracking, man. Don't be scared. What's the worst that's gonna happen? You can't mess it up. I mean, the worst you can do is like mess a bearing up, but at that point you could just get a new one. So yeah, that was it, man. Hope you guys liked the video. Subscribe, share, all that good jazz, and we'll see you guys back on the next. Right now we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I got to make sure everything's good clearance wise, and then I'm not gonna show you guys that because it varies between each one, each setup that you have, what shims they gave you, you know, all that matters. And I don't want to steer anyone in the wrong direction, so I would rather just know that I know that it's good over here, and then not show you guys how to do that because that's not my forte. If I was like a transmission builder or something, I could show you guys that type of stuff, but I don't even know the correct terminology for half of the parts that goes inside of here. Just going based off of what I think I know. But yep, that'll do it, man. We'll see you guys. Nice wear pattern there. Need to make some kind of jig for this.